Last week in 5 Minutes Forward, we talked about courage, how growth asks you to move, even when doubt is present. And courage is what allows that first step. But stepping forward doesn't guarantee success. Sometimes the step works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes things go exactly as planned, and sometimes they don't. That moment right there, that's where resilience begins. Welcome back to 5 Minutes Forward. 5 minute mindset shifts for a better life. I'm your host, Quincy Hampton. Most people believe success is a straight path: effort, progress, results. But real growth rarely looks like that. Real growth looks messy. It looks like effort, then resistance, progress, then setbacks. And when setbacks appear, people often misinterpret them. They think that failure means stop. But failure doesn't mean stop, it means it's time to adapt. Resilience is the capacity to endure, to adjust, and to come back stronger than before. It's not about never falling, it's about not staying down. Resilience isn't about avoiding difficulty, it's about returning after difficulty. It's the ability to stand back up after you've been knocked down. It's the decision to continue, even when things didn't go your way. Resilient people don't avoid failure, they outlast it. They keep adjusting, they keep moving, they keep showing up. That's resilience. As Nelson Mandela said, the greatest glory in living lies not in never failing, or not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. That is the comeback. Not perfection, not a flawless streak, but the willingness to rise again. Psychology shows that setbacks are actually a part of growth. When you face difficulty, your brain has two choices. It can interpret the setbacks as defeat, or it can interpret it as feedback. That interpretation changes everything. When setbacks become feedback, you adjust, you learn, you improve, and resilience grows. Researchers have found that resilient people do something important. They don't interpret every setback as proof that they are inadequate. Instead, they look at what was temporary, what was specific, and what can be changed. That mindset protects them from collapse. They also don't demand a perfect streak. They understand life is a mix of wins and losses, and that perspective creates emotional strength. As Seneca said, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Hardship is not always punishment, sometimes it's training. Resilience is not only mental, it's physical, it's relational, it's spiritual. Getting enough sleep matters, eating well matters, movement matters, close relationships matter, support matters, and living according to your values matters. Because resilience isn't built only in dramatic moments, it's built in daily habits. It's how you care for yourself, it's how you interpret struggle, in what you return to when life gets hard. Think about anything meaningful you've built: a career, a relationship, a skill. There were moments it felt like it wasn't working, but progress didn't come from perfection, it came from persistence. The ability to continue, even when motivation faded, even when results were slow, even when things got hard. That's resilience. And sometimes the only thing you need to remember is this: this too shall pass. Every time you rise after difficulty, you reinforce something powerful in yourself. This is who I am. I am someone who continues. I am someone who adapts. I am someone who doesn't quit. And identity follows repetition. The more you return, the stronger you become. And over time, what once felt like a wound becomes wisdom. You've built belief, you've practiced courage, and resilience is what keeps the journey alive because progress isn't about never falling, it's about always rising. So when things feel difficult, when progress feels slow, when setbacks appear, remember this: the comeback is a part of the process. Next week on 5 Minutes Forward, we'll talk about clarity, how knowing your direction changes everything. Keep moving forward.